A frustrated family member called Steve on Your Side with a really strange problem. She says her brother-in-law got one of those $75 tickets for crossing the lines and entering the toll lane.
And the only problem, he died about a year and a half before the camera caught his car. Proving that to the state has been harder than she expected. 9 News consumer investigator Steve Steger looked into this for her.
Yeah, Sam, Kim, Kevin never lived to see the day that the state started enforcing the toll lane rule back in October of 2023. Yet his sister-in-law, Shirley, got his toll weaving ticket in the mail all the way in Oregon. $75 for the initial infraction, and it's escalated to $180 by the time all of this was done.
I just thought it was a stupid mistake.
This is a story about death.
And I thought, oh, this is really kind of funny. And
But Shirley Whittam isn't weeping. She's laughing.
I always knew he was a bad driver.
A few weeks back, Shirley got this ticket from the Colorado Transportation Investment Office in the mail. A $75 fine for a red Mercury crossing the double white line on I-25 back in December.
He had incorrectly merged somewhere, and that he had a $75 ticket he needed to take care of.
That's her brother-in-law, Kevin's car. The problem is, Kevin died 18 months before the camera snapped that photo. Shirley and her husband managed his estate.
We decided to go to We Buy Ugly Houses. They took the entire house and contents and car, and we thought everything was done.
It must be some mistake, she thought.
Well, I called, and they told me, well, just send us a copy of the death certificate, which I then did.
From there, she thought common sense would prevail.
That's pretty much the assessment that most normal people, I think, would make, is that death is usually a very difficult time to drive afterwards. It's hard. Your hands slip off the wheel. Things go wrong, you know.
It is, after all, one of the options you can choose to dispute a toll weaving ticket, that the vehicle owner is deceased. But common sense didn't prevail. In fact, the ticket got bigger, $150 now, plus a $30 adjudication fee for requesting an administrative hearing.
I suggested a seance, but it was met with silence.
She sent the death certificate again, this time with a picture of Kevin's ashes. The email she got in return said, "We are so sorry for your loss."
The documentation was not enough.
So Shirley called Steve on Your Side, and we reached out to the state. CTIO tells us now that $180 ticket is dismissed.
It's hard enough when someone dies to take care of all the business you have to take care of, but to make it 10 times worse by constantly telling me I haven't done the right thing. I'm sorry if somebody did that, but I can promise it wasn't my brother-in-law.
So CTIO told me that ticket should have been dismissed the first time Shirley sent the death certificate. A private contractor actually handles these disputes, and we're told the contractor misinterpreted a rule since the violation happened so long after the death of the registered owner, and apparently the new owner hasn't re-registered the car yet. They told me they're now working with the contractor to refresh training about this issue and clarify the rules. If you've had trouble with one of these toll weaving tickets, my email is right there at the bottom of your screen. I'm Steve Steger, Steve on Your Side, 9 News.
Wow.
Okay, she has a dark, funny sense of humor, okay?
I couldn't stop laughing.
She had to take some pokes at them because that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, she said, she used to live here. She's moved to Oregon. She's like, I moved away for this kind of stuff. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. But yeah, I mean, she has a legitimate beef. She kind of told them, I don't know what else I can show you. She did, the second time around, sent a picture of his ashes to them, and that still wasn't enough. And obviously, it was a lapse in training.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't want that seance to happen.
Yeah, right? Can you imagine? She also said that the judge should be deceased too. That way it would be fair. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, she was rolled. She had a joke every couple of seconds.
Yeah, she was character.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. No wonder you got along so well, Steve.
She was funny.
Well done. Thank you, Steve.